Hello and welcome. When you think of Victorian properties, what comes to mind? Perhaps it's the charming terraced houses of Coronation Street or the grand mansions you see in countless period dramas and films, from Downton Abbey to Great Expectations. Victorian homes often take centre stage, evoking a sense of history and elegance. But behind the drama and romance of these shows lies the reality of owning a Victorian property. There are plenty of challenges and quirks to these century-old buildings that require a careful eye, especially when it comes to things like boundary walls, trees, drainage, and even how the land slopes. In this video, we're going to take a closer look at the outside areas of Victorian properties and help you buy the right property at the right price. Boundary walls define the perimeter of a property, and their condition directly impacts security and privacy. As chartered surveyors, we check to see what condition they are in and advise if they need repairs or maintenance. Be aware that if the property is in a conservation area or is listed, any work done must comply with local regulations. We also look to see if the property is on level land or a sloping site. If the property is on a sloping site, this can mean water may be tipping towards the building, which is a problem we come across lots, with the air vents acting as gutters, creating damp problems and more. We will advise you how to manage these problems, and will even advise you of approximate costs for any work required. We also see original gardens to the front of Victorian properties that have been changed to car parking spaces and are causing problems as the air vents become blocked or damaged. Another outside problem we come across is trees. If they are within influencing distance, roots can damage foundations and/or affect the drainage system. You can also have trees in neighbouring gardens or public spaces that can cause problems. These are referred to as other people's trees, and they can be more difficult to sort out than trees in your own garden. Local authority trees in the footpaths nearby and/or on the roadside may be subject to additional regulations, making any issues more difficult to manage. Drainage systems were a luxury for wealthier people, but over time, most Victorian homes would have had some form of drainage installed. Our surveyors generally lift the manholes to see if these are blocked or damaged. Some Victorian properties may still rely on septic tanks, which can present their own set of challenges. Victorian properties were generally well built and have stood the test of time, but as with any home that's over a century old, the outside areas can often tell a story of wear and tear. From leaning boundary walls to blocked drains, invasive tree roots and front gardens that have been turned into makeshift car parks, these issues can creep in slowly and become costly if left unchecked. Many of the problems we see stem from either a lack of regular maintenance or well-meaning but inappropriate repairs made over the years. That's why it's so important to understand how these external elements work together to protect the home, and where things might be quietly going wrong. Whether you're buying, renovating, or simply maintaining a Victorian property, a professional survey can give you the clarity you need. If you'd like expert advice or need a survey carried out, get in touch with our team today. Free phone us on 0800 298 5424 or email help@firstassociated.co.uk. We're here to help you protect the character, value and integrity of your home for years to come. Thank you.